Hello my dear YouTuber friends, and I hope you're all keeping well. Welcome to this new video. This is a review of the Carenado CT210N. Kind of like a turbocharged Cessna 182 with a few more bells and whistles which I'll be talking about in this video. Lovely feeling aircraft to fly in the air. Is this the aircraft to take the crown from the Cessna 182? Simply one of my favourite, probably my favourite GA aircraft in the sim. Certainly one of them. Does this now take the crown? I'll be talking about that in this video, giving you my full honest review of this aircraft. And at the end, we'll take it for a test flight, go through all the modelling, that type of thing. At the end, I'll give you my recommendations on this one. Listen, let's not dilly-dally. Let's get on with this video. Okay, we're set up cold and dark at Manchester Airport on a ramp, just so I could show you the external modelling. Now, just for full transparency, I did reach out to Carenado on this one. I bought the Cessna 182RG and 182Q, but I reached out to them this time and asked them for a review copy, which they kindly granted to me. There wasn't any conditions with that. The thoughts on this are absolutely my own. And I'll say right now, I actually wished I bought this off the marketplace. You can buy it for Xbox and PC for just over £20 or the equivalent in your currency from the marketplace. I actually wish now I actually bought this with my own money. Well, let's just get on with my thoughts. So because it's a 2024 model, of course, you've got the external modelling and you can take off all the different tabs and things like fuselage cover here. So let's remove that. And we'll remove these as we go, as we look at the external modelling. It's got kind of like a weathered look to it. You can see the 210 turbo. This certainly is turbo. Can you see from the modelling there? Kind of like a weathered feel and look to it, which is nice to have on the aircraft. Yeah. Seems a bit like a labour of love, this one, as you'll see when we get internal as well. Look at it. You can see the weathering on the aircraft. There's a couple of different variants of the aircraft. You've got the weather radar version, which I'm flying here, and you've got the standard version. And within that, let me just show you on screen. You've got 9 different liveries. Now, I've chosen the livery number 8, sort of dark red tint. There you go, 9 different liveries. Let's just take that off screen. Some nice variant of liveries there. Yeah, external modelling, as you can see, I'm just walking around it. It looks very nice indeed. High up there with the highest of these sort of external modellings for different aircraft. High-end modelling, shall we say. So there we go. Very nice. Yeah. Do take your time if you buy these aircraft. Go and look at them externally. Walk around them. And do take a look. Let's get internal. Because it's... I'll just use this key for now. There we go. That worked. I had it in external mode. That's why. Okay. So there we go. Internal. What we're going to do, we're just going to turn on the avionics here. And you can see a few things have lit up, including a weather radar mode up here, which is nice. You've got a couple of Garmin systems, we'll talk about that. And I believe that's the Engine Data Management 800 system here. And as you'll see, this takes effect when we get up in the air. Autopilot panel down here. interestingly enough, you've got a flight director button. I didn't see that on the Cessna 182 or 182Q. So an extra button there, flight director. And I believe, yeah, that's usually arm, isn't it? But now you've got a vertical speed mode button here. So a couple of extra bells and whistles. And it's only just scratching the surface. Let's just take a look. Typical Carenado affair. You know what, with this one? Working circuit breakers as well. Oh, at least there's a few of them that you can press. Yeah, there's quite a few of them. So if you want to break the circuits, you can do that in this aircraft as well. Give you a spin around. Very nice, very plush. So you can have a good number of passengers in there. It definitely seems, people, I'm going to say it now, it seems like a step above your typical Carenado products, this one. It really does. It surprised me, which is why I said I actually wished I forked out the money myself for this one now. And spoiler, I would have actually been happy with that. Fuel selector, it's in the centre, that's fine. Let me just whack up the sound. I'm going to have to stop recording and whack up the sound. I'm recording by GeForce. I just want to let you listen to that before I start it up. Okay, so I've turned up the sounds on my software, so I won't speak as I start it up. And maybe let's go for a little taxi as well. I'm just going to use the key magneto on my XPC yoke. Look at this. Oh, it's a step above, isn't it? That is absolutely brilliant. While that's not too loud, by the way, there's usually a sort of tablet here with the 182. There's a tablet. It's now inbuilt, and I did set up... Oops. There it is. I did set up a switch bind on my Mulser throttle to bring up the EFB. Link to that video down below. A link to my 182 and 182Q reviews as well. I might as well in the description. Yeah, here now, instead of having a tablet, it's inbuilt into your EFB. So if you click on there, that's the combination we have set in. If you own the TDS, you get the 750 and 650 or the PMS. I do own the TDS GTNXI, don't I? So I could have that. I did play around with it one afternoon. I couldn't get it working in Flight Sim 2024. I'll have to go back to that because these, the TDS especially, can make a big difference. It can really massively hype up your experience in Flight Sim 2024. Now, let's just go back to that one. As you can see, if you switch aircraft, if you own this aircraft, that's going to remain in your EFB. I think that needs some kind of patch by Asobo so that it only shows up. You got that one. I think that's for the 182Q, in fact. So you can imagine, once we get a few of these types of aircraft with their own functionality within the EFB, this list could become massive. You can see I've got say intentions there, Navigraph chart, sim brief. If it goes on, we're going to have a whole load of these in the EFB. So something needs to be done about that. First world problems, I know. Some people don't like it here. I prefer it, I think. Rather than having a tablet. Oops. Press the right switch in the EFB here. So it's the last tap. More apps. Click on that if you own. It's not much there. I mean, if you own the TDS or PMS, you can activate them from here. I've just kept the default version. So there you go. Let's do a bit of revving. Very nice. Hope you can hear that. And in fact, let's just straighten up my view. I'll release the parking brake. And you will notice, can you see how the aircraft's moving? It's definitely 20, oh look at that, as I'm braking as well. Let's just pull back that throttle. I'm going a bit too speedy Gonzales there. Get back on some kind of taxiway. Feel it in the aircraft. It's got a kind of like a revamped taxi system. And in fact, when you're landing and take off, you'll hear the noises from the undercarriage as well as it trundles along the runway. Very nice, yeah. It's definitely a step above anything else, in my opinion, that you've seen from Carenado, this one, people. Very nice. What I'm going to do, I'm going to continue, get towards a taxiway here, and then we'll go for a fly with this one. Let's test it out in the air. So there we go, we're set up on an active runway at Manchester Airport, 2-3 left. Interesting weather we have today, that'll be interesting in the air, no doubt. I'm just going to set an autopilot altitude, a couple of thousand feet. One thing I do want to draw your attention to, and I've noticed this with other Carenado aircraft, that heading bug seems a little bit sensitive. I'm using a rocker switch on my XPC yoke. I noticed that with the 182Q, which is a 2024 aircraft as well. I think that's more a Carenado thing. I've not got my multi-panel set up. Not a massive thing, I can still sync my heading bug. I'm just having to be a little bit more careful. Does go around pretty fast, that heading bug. A little bit more careful when using the heading bug on a binding. You can use the knob down here, of course, to fine tune it, as you can see. And similar to 182, it's CDI here, but it's essentially your course when you're lining up, course selector when you're lining up with ILS. You would use that, etc. If you used to flying the 182, you'll be quite used to that knob there. Let me just throttle up, and we'll get up in the air. Just make sure that I try and keep centre line here. That's better. Lots of torque there, but we should be okay. There we go. Can you hear? Hopefully you can hear that undercarriage as it trundles along the runway here. Now a nice feature they've got set in there. So there we go. Positive rate of climb. Gear up. Can you hear that internally? Oh, you've got some nice noises now attached to that landing gear raises. This really is a labour of love, people. Now, I do have autopilot set. I want to manually fly it because it's one of the improvements they've made to this modelling as well. It's got a very, very fluid feeling as you're turning, banking left and right rather, using your elevators and aileron. Very fluid movement. You're going to notice the difference with this one if you're used to flying the 182RG or 182Q. Very nice. Notice our speed down here. You think the Cessna 182 is a bit zippy. 182RG. Wait till you try this one. Turbocharged, you can quite easily cruise at 170 to 180 knots in this. Plus. No problem at all. So there we go. Okay. Autopilot, just to test it out. Autopilot. Heading. Vertical speed, press that. Oh, we don't want that much vertical speed. 800 feet per minute, easy to set. Use my heading knob as I'm in heading mode. Utilise that now to fly around. We'll just do a quick fly around and we'll come back and land at the said runway there. So let's come this way a bit. I don't know. In this case, I usually like my 182RG on autopilot. In this case, I'm taking it off autopilot to have a play with those fluid movements of this aircraft. Oh, yeah. I tell you, try this from coming from the 182RG or 182Q, whichever you fly. Give this one a try. You will notice that immediate beauty to fly. The only thing that matches this and that may outclass this one, people, is your, what's it called, the Comanche aircraft. Wow, they've really souped that up, you know. I'm just going to turn around now, bring back that throttle in preparation of bringing that gear down, get to about 120 knots, or just sub 140 knots. with this aircraft should be fine. Let's do a turn back towards the runway. We're coming for a landing. In fact, I'm going to say that's fine. Gear down. Listen to the noise. Very visceral, I tell you what, people. This is great. I'm smiling and I'm laughing because, you know, some aircraft just bring me joy, and this is one of them. Oh, let me get onto that with my conclusion. Now, where's that airport? Have I gone past it? Have I not? Oh, there it is. Right, okay, keep turning, Gleason. Turning back towards it. What's my vertical speed doing? Just need to retrim the aircraft to keep us steady there. We'll get towards flaps range and we can put a notch of flaps in. There's the airport I'm lining up for. Bring back that speed a little bit more. My gear's down. We're getting near towards flaps range there. You know what? One notch of flaps in. All manual flyness. If you get this one, don't just stick it on autopilot, for goodness sake. I mean, it's good on longer flights, of course, but give this a try in manual. What a feeling it has to fly, people. What a feel it has to it, rather. Goodness me. Oh, I can't wait to get onto my conclusion for this one. Right, let's just line up with this runway down here, though. Yeah, what a joy. Gotta keep saying it, what a joy to fly this one is. Beggars belief until you try it yourself. Right, okay, let's just line up. There we go, we're doing nicely. Have I found my new favourite GA aircraft? Oh, hold your horses, Huddison. Wait for the conclusion on that one. How are we doing on speed? I'm just going to put... Why not? Never notch in. Listen to the noises for the flaps as well. What a joy. Oh, I've got to do some cross-country VOR flying type of thing with this one. Excellent. I've kept the sound levels up so you can hear hopefully what I'm hearing as well. Bit high. I'm just going to bring that throttle back, not all the way, but a good way, good amount. Just line up with this runway here, no problem at all. Is it better in that view? No, I'll keep you in that view. There we go. Coming in nicely, a bit of bobbing there, but we should be okay. No problem at all. Wow, and if you're used to flying the 182, you should have no difficulties. It has got a little bit of a different flight model. It's a bit more fluid. It's a nicer feeling to fly as well, I've got to say. Let's just flare a bit there. Oh, there we go. Listen to the undercarriage on the ground there. The effects of that. Okay, let's just bring her off here to the left. Raise those flaps. Get the associated noises. Parking brake on. Conclusion. Recommendation. Do I recommend this one? I said to you at the beginning, I wish I had bought this one. My feelings are now, instead of flying the 182 generally, this is going to be the aircraft I'm going to go to. I didn't really show you. Well, hopefully you saw that in action. What's that called again? Let me just remind myself. I got it written down. The Engine Data Management 800 system here. Couple of garments, so you can have one if you've got a flight plan set in to see your distance from each leg and goodness knows what. Weather radar. Probably things I've not shown you in this little review video. My feeling is it's going to be my go-to aircraft. Now, I've only had it for a couple of days, so time will tell on that one. Instead of going to the 182, though, I can well imagine me going to this one. I'm going to fly it a heck of a lot more. For me, it's Carenado's finest aircraft in Flight Sim 2024. One of the best aircraft. Full Flight Sim 2024 release dedicated. That's the word I'm looking for. Flight Sim 2024 dedicated aircraft I've flown thus far. Huge recommendation. Another one you should be flying from Carenado. I mean, let me just tell you, while I'm on that subject, I did buy the 182Q. I flew it a number of times, flew it in a few group flights. I just generally went back to the 182RG. Just, you know, I just like the 182RG. This is very similar. Much nicer feeling flight model. Like I said, I think this now is going to take the place of my 182RG. Time will tell on that one. Listen, do let me know your thoughts. Let me know your own thoughts if you've got it, or if you're interested in getting it. Give the video a like if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. And I'll see you soon.